Sat Nam and welcome. My name is Dr. Ann Taylor, and today I'd like to share Kirtan Kriya with you, a Kundalini Yoga meditation. During the month of October, I've been teaching my online live streaming students about neuro yoga, that is specifically yoga that is associated with brain health, cognitive wellness. And there is one meditation that comes up repeatedly in the literature, in the scientific literature, the medical literature, and that is Kirtan Kriya. I want to share it with you now. First, I'm going to just talk a little bit about it, its benefits, and then we're going to practice it for 12 minutes so that in the future, you can just watch this video again and again and just go straight to the meditation part after you have a little orientation to the meditation. The main point that I'd like to drive home is that I really believe that we have to take responsibility for our health, our mental health, physical health, and spiritual health. And that, of course, when we need to go to a doctor or our healthcare provider, we go. And yet there's so much we can do for prevention. And, people know about dietary prevention. And certainly the topic at hand that I'm going to be talking about is memory care. And especially when in the early stages, with the boomer generation, a lot of us are having senior moments, and that's really the time to make sure we're getting in practices like Kirtan Kriya. In some top tier university studies at leading institutions, they actually have seen, in some cases, not all, but a reversal of some memory loss. So if we get in front of this early enough, we can do some preventative care for our brain and our memory. Am I saying that Kirtan Kriya will prevent Alzheimer's? No, but it's an insurance policy. Why not use? It's a short meditation, 12 minutes a day. It's easy, it's free. And even for people who have trouble meditating, really just sitting in silent meditation, I call this kind of a busy meditation because there's many components that we're going to get to. So Kirtan Kriya is an ancient yogic technology that was taught from master to student for generations. It's unknown how long. And it was brought to the United States in the 1960s by Yogi Bhajan. And so I'd like to share this with you. Some of the benefits besides the memory care, and for me, that's enough to be doing it on a regular basis. It can help with sleep. It can help prevent depression and improve your feelings of well-being. And in the article that this is associated with, you'll see other benefits as well. So let's begin Kirtan Kriya. There are several components, and we'll just take one at a time. The eye focus is between the eyebrows. See, the eyes will be closed, but you're going to roll up your eyes slightly and just mentally focus right there. There is a chant, and it's a chant that moves with your fingers. I'll first talk about the chant. It is Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa Ta Na Ma. Infinity, life, death, rebirth. It's the cycle of life. Sa Ta Na Ma is the seed components of the mantra Sat Nam, which means truth is my identity. So we'll be using the mantra Sa Ta Na Ma. You'll notice it goes down, and then on the Ma, the rebirth, the voice comes up. Now, in addition to the chant, there is a mudra or hand position And I'll just come closer so you could see. The hands will be like this, but to show you, on the sa, you're going to touch your index and thumb together. Sa, ta, na, ma. Index, middle, sun, pinky. Sa, ta, na, ma. Now you want to make a nice firm connection between your thumb and the finger, because it's actually, we're touching meridian points in the fingers. And the index finger and ring finger have a negative polarity in relation to the middle finger and pinky. And so there is a change in energy that's happening as we're doing this chant with the mudra. Okay, one more thing. Actually, there's a couple more things. There is a visualization. So the eyes are focused at the brow point, but the inner eye, it's easier if I turn around this way. You're going to visualize a beam of cosmic consciousness coming into the crown, or just think of it as light, if that term is uncomfortable for you. Energy or light coming into the crown, moving in an L-shaped formation, coming out the forehead, going to infinity. So it will be in cadence with the mantra. So it'll be like this: sa, ta, na, ma. So we're not moving our hands in that direction. I just wanted to show you the direction of the visualization. So the energy will be entering the crown and then moving along what's called the golden cord, which is between the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland being the master gland of all of our glands. And I think it's fascinating that after, in the various studies, some as little as 12 weeks practicing 12 minutes a day, the researchers took MRI imaging, brain scan imaging, and saw that the component, the hippocampus, actually grew in size. It increased in matter. It's just phenomenal, and it's free. So I really am excited to share this meditation with you. So the hippocampus is that part of the brain that's responsible for memory. And so as that is being exercised and activated and actually increasing in size, we can begin to take control over some of our health and cognitive well-being. And I love the name hippocampus, because in Latin it translates to seahorse. And so rather than some of these terms that may not be familiar to us, you could think of the seahorse-shaped portion of the brain, the hippocampus. Okay, so without further ado, we are going to be starting the meditation. So again, sa, ta, na, ma. One more layer of complexity. And that is, for the first 2 minutes, we will be chanting the mantra out loud. And that represents normal, everyday waking consciousness. The second 2 minutes, we will be chanting in a whisper. Sa, ta, na, na. It's a calling to, it's a desire to merge, and it's a desire to merge with higher consciousness, or that which is infinite. And then for the next 2 segments, so 2 minutes loud, 2 minutes whisper, 2 minutes silent, where we're going to be still vibrating the mantra mentally, and then another 2 minutes as we then begin to come out. So a total of 4 minutes silent, 2 minutes again in a whisper, 2 minutes out loud. And it'll all come together. And so I also have a PDF quick reference guide, which you're more than welcome to print out, so that when you're practicing, you'll have it handy. Once you do it a couple times, a time or two, It's actually quite easy. So remember, the eyes are closed, focused at the brow point. The visualization, as we say the syllables, the energy comes in and out the forehead, and the hands move in concert with the chanting. Sitting with a nice spine. So if you're sitting in a chair, that's perfectly fine, but don't allow your back to slouch. Ideally, don't use the chair for support unless you absolutely have to. The arms are going to be straight out. So I know you can't see my fingers at this, but just again, sa, ta, na, ma. All right, so I will be timing us before every Kundalini Yoga meditation. One more thing, we're going to tune in with the Adi mantra by chanting Ong Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times. Ong is the creative force of the universe. Namo, I call upon that. Guru, we're going from darkness to light. It's not a guru out there. We're really tapping into our own inner consciousness and calling upon that. Rubbing the palms of the hands together and placing them at the heart center. Press the thumbs into the sternum. That also stimulates and activates the vagus nerve. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. And inhale to tune in. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale deeply, suspend the breath. Exhale, relax the hands down. And let's begin. Sa ta na ma, 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 and whisper sa ta na ma, sa. And vibrate the mantra silently. Vibrating sa, ta, na, ma. If your mind becomes distracted, not a problem. Simply notice and come back. Sa, ta, na, ma. Vibrating silently. And back to a whisper. Sa. and aloud. Sa ta na ma, 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 sa ta na ma. Inhale deeply. Exhale, and just allow your eyes to remain closed and be with your experience, remaining quiet for a little bit. Now stretch your arms up towards the ceiling and stretch. Exhale and relax your hands down. Now, I talked a little bit about the benefits of Kirtan Kriya. If you're interested, if this type of information is interesting to you, on the bottom of the article, I put several references of the clinical studies and some of the information that you can say, yeah, this is really for real. And I also expanded some of the benefits. The chanting itself is so powerful. The rhythmic repeating of a mantra. The yogis were really genius how over the thousands of years that they've been practicing this. So when we do sa, ta, na, ma, the tongue is going to hit the upper palate in a rhythmic fashion. And by doing it, it's almost like fingers on a keyboard typing a message. So the tongue is flicking the upper palate, which has 84 meridians between the hard and soft palates. And those meridians then vibrate to the hypothalamus and then onto the pituitary and so forth. So it's called Naad Yoga, Naad Yoga, which Kundalini Yoga utilizes many forms of yoga, including Naad Yoga. The healing frequencies of your own voice. So we're not singing the mantra. It's really coming from deep inside, your natural voice. We want to get down to that natural voice, vibrating sa, ta, na, ma. And again, just read the post if you would like to know more, and plenty of resources there. I hope you'll practice this. I look at it as cheap insurance. 12 minutes a day. I change up my meditations, but this one I'm going to keep on for quite a while. You know, all the talk about, you know, the memory loss increasing. Certainly there's other things that you can do. Diet and exercise, of course, are big. but as we're in a very stressful time in our culture and in the history of humankind, stress also accelerates Alzheimer's. This helps to reduce stress and also grows the hippocampus. What more do we want? So thank you so much for watching. And if you'd like to get that free PDF sheet, so you could just have it as a quick reference, there is a link below. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Sat Nam.